In 60 minutes, 50 tons of bread are created, not in a kitchen, but in a system that never stops. Chapter 1. The factory before bread exists. There is no bread here. No baking smell yet. Only metal, concrete, stainless steel, and pipes stretching like blood vessels. The factory before operation looks like a static structure. But when the system is activated, everything begins to move. Indicator lights turn on. Air valves open. The conveyor belt starts to vibrate slightly. Chapter 2. Flour. The foundation of 50 tons. Flour is not poured by bags. It is not shoveled, it flows. From a tanker truck. From a silo taller than a 3-story building. The flour is so fine it makes no sound when falling. Only movement, continuous, steady, uninterrupted. Sensors weigh every kilogram. The automatic control system continuously adjusts the flow. At this scale, a small deviation is no longer a mistake. It is a disaster. Chapter 3. Water, yeast, salt, the invisible things. Water is not poured, it is pumped. Yeast is not sprinkled. It is precisely measured by a closed system. Salt and sugar travel in their own pipes. Never meeting before the allowed time. No one tastes, no one estimates. Only data. Chapter 4. Mixing. When the mass starts to have life, the mixer opens like a steel mouth. Inside, stirring blades weighing hundreds of kilograms begin to rotate. Slowly, then faster. Dry flour disappears. A plastic mass forms. Temperature rises. Humidity changes. Elasticity is measured by sensors. No feeling of hands, no intuition, only parameters. The dough mass is no longer ingredients. It becomes an industrial living mass. Chapter 5. Time does not wait. At the family scale, dough is rested. Here, dough is moved. No waiting, only calculated speed. Dough leaves the mixer and is immediately transferred to the next stage. No stopping, no turning back. Chapter 6. Proofing. The patience of the system. The proofing chamber has no windows. It is not for humans. Inside, temperature and humidity are kept stable to the smallest unit. Yeast acts. Gas forms. The dough mass rises, not visible to the naked eye in the first few minutes. But the system knows. Sensors record the change in volume. The software decides the end time. Not when it is enough, but when it is right. Chapter 7. Dividing, uniformity. A continuous stream of dough is cut into thousands of identical parts. None is larger, none is smaller. Each dough block has a predetermined weight. Allowable error, almost zero. Uniformity is not a choice. It is a condition for survival. Chapter 8. Shaping. No randomness. Dough passes through rolling shafts. Pressed, rolled, shaped. Every movement has a purpose. No redundant gestures. The bread shape is predetermined. The machine just repeats. Tens of thousands of loaves are shaped every minute. No loaf is special. Chapter 9. Before the oven, the conveyor belt stretches. The dough lines up. This is the last moment the bread is still soft, before the temperature changes everything. No suspense, no waiting, only moving forward. Chapter 10. The oven, where everything becomes bread. The oven does not open. It swallows the bread. Temperature rises rapidly. Steam is injected at the right moment. The bread surface dries up. The inside continues to expand. Color changes from white to yellow. from yellow to brown. There is no spreading aroma like in a kitchen. The powerful air suction system keeps everything in control. Chapter 11, an unstoppable hour. In 1 hour, the oven is never empty. If it stops, 50 tons cannot be completed. Speed is not increased, nor is it decreased. Everything must stay the same. Chapter 12, exiting the oven, the finished product. Bread leaves the oven. Hot, hard crust. No one touches it. Only the conveyor belt and the air. Industrial fans cool the bread slowly. Not too fast, not too slow. Chapter 13, final control. Cameras check the surface. Sensors check the size. Those that do not meet standards are immediately discarded. No argument. The system has no emotions. Chapter 14, packaging. Bread is put into bags. Air is vacuumed, sealed. The date and time are printed. No explanation needed. Cartons are stacked. The conveyor belt takes them away. Chapter 15, 50 tons. The warehouse gradually fills. Trucks are waiting. In 1 hour, 50 tons of bread is no longer a number. It is a real mass. 1 hour, 50 tons of bread. Not a miracle, only industry operated correctly. Every gram is accounted for. The distribution begins as the production continues. The scale of 50 tons is a result of geometry and speed. The raw material never stops its transit. Each batch follows the previous without a second of delay. Temperature is the law of fermentation. Volume becomes units. The rhythm is set by the system, not the clock. Total synchronization. They enter the silence of the growth chamber. Time is converted into volume. Height is monitored to the millimeter. The transformation is complete. The dough is ready. Next is the heat. 50 tons of energy transformed into 50 tons of food. The texture is forged. Steam for the glaze, precision for the crust. The output is constant. Geometry saves space. Heat is removed in stages. Each unit is judged by a digital eye. Imperfection is not tolerated. 1 loaf becomes 20 slices, sealed for the journey. The package is final, traceable to the minute. Units become cases, locked. The volume grows. Secured for the logistics of 50 tons. No time is wasted in storage. The fleet is the final link. Every square inch is utilized. The hour is almost over. 50 tons of bread, completed. The system breathes. Industrial power made tangible. Status, shipped. A pause that lasts only a second. The next 50 tons begin now. The cycle is the factory's only truth. Consistency is not an accident. It is the result of perfect logic. A living mass created by machines. Infinite production. No friction, only movement. The power is sustained. All 15 stages monitored simultaneously. The result is always the same. The pace never slows. 50 tons an hour. Every hour. Only industry.